Sometimes I forget how utterly small I am in this very, very big world. And then sometimes you feel like you're in a very small world. Funnily enough, there's a game called SmallWorld, which you may or may not have already heard about. I don't know. It's from Days of Wonder, and it's a fun tile placement game. You are discovering, well, a world that's kind of small, and you are a certain tribe of people, race. Basically, you're a race with some class. I wish I was a race with a class. At least some class. The whole point of SmallWorld is to collect the most coins of victory points. The number of people that you start with for a species is the total of the number on the species card added with the number on the class bonus card. Doesn't sound like an animal. So you take those number of people tiles, and then you go out and conquer. There's nobody and no tiles where you're going. You have to put 2. 1 for the board, and then 1 more than there are tiles, which is 0, so 1 more than 0 is 1, so 2 total. If there's 1 tile there, like a lost tribesman, you have to put 3. 1 for the board, 1 to match the tribesman, and then 1 more just so you have more than the tribesman. If there's a mountain and a tribesman, then you have to put 4, and so on and so forth. What this means is as you place your guys, you're gonna have less and less guys to place. The more you spread yourself out, the less people you have to, gather more lands, which is a good thing because it's limiting, but it's a bad thing for you because you want to be able to get as many lands as you can. Because at the end of each of your turns, what you do is you get 1 coin for every territory you control. At the start of your turn, if you already have a race selected, oh, watch my footing. What you do is you pick up all of the extra guys on your claimed territories and add them to your pile of guys to go, conquer more places. Because you already have guys on other territories, you're starting with the weaker numbers, so in theory you can go not quite as far. This will continue across multiple rounds until you have so many guys spread so thin that you have no one left to claim new territories. To fix that, you go into decline. So you flip your race tile over and you can't use them anymore. When you put your race into decline, you basically lose your turn. You have to do it at the beginning of your turn. But at the beginning of your next turn, you get to pick a new race. And you get points for any places your decline guys still are. This constant swapping of races is what makes SmallWorld interesting, because you have to do it. If you stick with one race for the entire game, you're just going to run out of guys. You're not going to get as many points. Your opponents are just going to be dominating when they churn through races over and over again. So you can't get too attached to your barbarian flying mer people. That's too many classes. Your flying mer people. You have to use them and then let them go. Come back in and just try with somebody else. SmallWorld has a constant loop in it of picking new characters, using them until they run out, and then picking new characters again. It's just a cycle that repeats over and over again. And because it's a cycle that repeats in every game that you play, SmallWorld can start to be, well, kind of repetitive. SmallWorld is a great game to start with. It is a great game for starting out your gaming career, or I guess just starting your game night. It's light, but it's also deep. My problem with SmallWorld personally is that I've outgrown it. I've moved on. SmallWorld is too small for me. It's a shame because it's a good game and it's a good intro game. It's just there are games out there that I'd rather be playing instead. Don't really want to play it anymore. I'll pull it out when I have somebody that I think would really like it and this might be a good intro game for them, but that's really the only time that I'm willing to play SmallWorld, and I wouldn't even then say that I'm in the mood to play SmallWorld. I just know that it's something that they would probably enjoy and that would get them into the hobby because it got me into the hobby. Or maybe you're not as hard into gaming and you want a game that is a good area control, doesn't force you into combats but suggests that you get into it. It's also a really pretty game, a game that just looks gorgeous and plays really well, and yeah, is difficult and challenging when you're starting out, and then maybe, further down the road it's just this game that you used to love. It's like, yeah, 2 years ago I would have told you SmallWorld's just amazing and buy it and do it now, but I can't do that right now. I can't honestly say do it, because if you're a gamer that already knows how to deal with those situations and is already kind of, I don't know, ready to move beyond that and maybe start exploring 4X games, SmallWorld's probably just too small of a world for you. Try it out. Explore. Don't take everything I say for gold. This is just my opinion. I'm just some chick in a forest spending way too much time talking to her camera.